Not Rihanna feeling how I feel about Pap, how she feel about ASAP.
Bitch, you got to be crazy.
Welcome back to what I like to call the Papoose Network. This is your weekly Clap Host update, where I sit down and share what's been catching my attention lately. I know some of you probably roll your eyes and think, is this really all she talks about? And the truth is, no, it's not. But right now, this is the story that feels worth unpacking. When I'm done with it, I'll move on.
He with me. I don't do second place. I never have. I got 2 Olympic gold medals, 19 world championships. Why would I have to be second place to another woman for? Like, what do I look like? You know what I'm saying? So
hey, look,
that's
man.
my thing of like...
Bars on Wheels, a journey to save hip-hop, out now, produced by my brother Sean 2 Mounds, by the way. He did the whole project.
People come to me because they want my thoughts, my reactions, and my honest take. So that's what I'm here to give.
Me love you? Bitch, you got to be crazy. I use you. You're a toy, bitch. A freak. You get your big country greasy ass back to the country where you belong.
I just had to share this old post from Claressa doing the exact same scene. How ironic.
Me love you? Bitch, you got to be crazy. I use you. You're a toy, bitch. A freak. You got a face only a mother could love, and she died so she wouldn't have to look at it no more.
Lately, I've missed a lot of big moments. Life gets busy, and sometimes you look up and realize you skipped over things like major interviews or viral clips that everyone else is already talking about. The Breakfast Club interview, for example, was one of those moments I didn't catch in real time, and now I'm playing catch up like so many of you probably are too. Before I go any further, let me ask for a small favor. If you're watching this, take a second to hit the like button or show some support in whatever way you can. I actually deleted this video by accident and had to rebuild it piece by piece.
She's hard to like. She's hard to support. And I get it. The bad guy sometimes sells.
Right.
But
that took way more time and patience than I expected. But I wanted to make sure I still shared it with you. And one more thing, let's clear something up. This is not bullying. I'm not here to tear anyone down or attack people just for the sake of it. I'm simply talking about what I see, how it looks from the outside, and how it comes across to the public. At some point, I might put together a full recap of everything I've missed because there's been a lot. Stories move fast online, and if you blink, you can fall behind. So keep an eye out for that. Now let's talk about Claressa. Every time I bring her up, people rush to say it's jealousy, or that it's about looks, or even deeper personal issues. That's not where I'm coming from.
Fabulous is now facing 4 felony charges for an alleged attack on his girlfriend at their New Jersey home. A grand jury indicted the rapper, whose real name is John Jackson, for the March 28th attack in Englewood. He's accused of hitting the mother of his 2 children, Emily B., several times, knocking out both of her front teeth. He also reportedly threatened her with a pair of scissors and threatened to kill her relatives.
This isn't about envy or comparison. People like to put her next to Cardi B, but the truth is, they are 2 completely different people with 2 very different personalities. And in the end, personality plays a huge role in how people respond to you. It shapes how fans, critics, and even strangers online feel about what you say and do. Let's move over to Papoose for a moment. When he finally spoke up, a lot of people were waiting for something solid. They expected him to stand firm, defend his partner clearly, and address the situation directly. Instead, his response felt light.
Might be the least income making person that I've ever been with.
To me, it didn't hit the way many thought it would. Rather than focusing on what had been said about Claressa and himself, he shifted attention to someone else entirely. That made it feel like he was dodging the main point instead of facing it. Then came the funny AI image. Some people laughed, and I'll admit it was creative. But others felt like it missed the moment. Instead of clearing the air, it added another layer of jokes and side comments. After that, another post popped up, and once again the internet jumped in with comparisons, memes, and more teasing. What could have been a chance to calm things down turned into a longer chain of online back and forth. As this kept going, old clips and past comments started to resurface. That's usually how things go. Once a public disagreement starts, people dig through history looking for anything that connects. Suddenly, what began as a present-day issue turned into a whole timeline of past moments being brought back into the spotlight. For me, that's when it started to feel heavier. This wasn't just about social media jokes anymore. It became about respect, past behavior, and how public figures deal with criticism. Instead of moving toward a resolution, both sides seemed to add more fuel to the fire. Then I found myself asking a simple question that wouldn't leave my mind. Who was Papoose really defending? Was he standing up for Claressa? Or was he more focused on protecting his own image? The way he spoke didn't feel steady or confident. It came across as unsure, like he wasn't fully stepping into the role people expected him to play in that moment. That's when Claressa stepped in, and everything shifted. She didn't just join the conversation. She took control of it. Her words were strong, clear, and direct. Some people even said she handled it better than both Papoose and his close friend. I noticed that too. There was a confidence in how she spoke that stood out. At the same time, I didn't fully agree with her stepping in. By doing so, it made Papoose look smaller in the situation. It felt like she didn't trust him to handle things on his own. She even mentioned that he told her to stay back, yet she went ahead and spoke anyway. That gave the impression that she believed he wasn't doing enough. Instead of cooling things down, her response made the situation louder and more intense. She said something about how people in different eras were never really the best in their field. But when I heard that, it almost felt like it could apply to her own partner. If we're being honest, many people know Papoose mainly because of his connection to Remy Ma, not because of his music career. Whether people like 50 Cent or not.
Like the first time he ever hit me, to be honest, was, I'm gonna talk about this. This is a lot of cathartic moments and stuff, but the first time, I don't even think I told you this. I think the first time he hit, I know the first time he hit me, I was pregnant with my piece. Belly out to here.
His influence and reach are on a completely different level. That's just how the public tends to see it. For a few days, Papoose went quiet. While that was happening, Claressa kept posting like everything was normal. She shared workout videos, time with friends, and everyday moments. From the outside, it looked like life was moving on for her, at least online. Then, out of nowhere, Papoose came back talking about real hip-hop and timeless music. Something small caught my eye while I was scrolling through his posts. In the background of one video, he had music playing from someone he had issues with years ago. Back then, he felt disrespected by a comment about his wife, and it caused tension. So seeing that song pop up again felt strange. It made people wonder if it was a subtle message or just a coincidence. Not long after, rumors started spreading that Papoose was working on a diss track. Around the same time, 50 Cent deleted posts about Claressa and shared a video that many people took as playful shade. Some viewers even joked about designer items and whether they were real or not. It was messy, but for a lot of people it was entertaining to watch. When Papoose previewed his track, he called himself untouchable and encouraged people to feel the energy. Soon after, 50 Cent reposted it and joked about it, saying he couldn't take it seriously and that people should make something that actually sells. That sparked another wave of comments, laughing emojis, and online reactions. That's when it started to feel less like a real disagreement and more like a chase for attention. When you repost something old and act surprised that people connect it to a current situation, it's hard not to think it was done on purpose. A lot of viewers felt the same way. They said it looked like someone was trying to stay in the spotlight by tying their name to someone much bigger. While all this was happening, Claressa's next fight was getting closer. Instead of seeing posts that focused on training, tickets, and promotion, people noticed more attention being given to online drama. Some even joked that the fight was getting more buzz from arguments than from the actual event. Then Claressa and her opponent started going back and forth online. At first, their words were respectful. Later, the tone changed and things became sharper. Some fans believed it was real tension. Others felt it was just a way to create excitement and sell more tickets. The sudden shift made many people question how genuine the conflict really was. On top of all that, Rihanna mentioned Claressa's name. That alone caused a huge reaction. Claressa reposted it again and again, clearly excited and proud. She went live, smiling and talking about how meaningful it felt to be recognized by someone so famous. After that, Papoose posted a long message praising Claressa. He talked about her smile, her heart, and how people misunderstood her. Some fans found it sweet. Others thought it was strange that he hadn't spoken that way publicly before, and only did so after Rihanna's shout-out. The comments were full of people pointing that out. At this point, the whole situation felt less about love, music, or boxing and more about image. Everything seemed connected to who was watching, who was talking, and who was trending at that moment. Let me say this clearly. I don't think Claressa is ugly, and I don't hate her. What stands out to me is her attitude. Sometimes, when people compliment her, she responds by comparing herself to others or putting others down. That's what turns people off. It's not about appearance. It's about how someone carries themselves. There's a pattern where it feels like it's always Claressa versus someone. Claressa versus critics. Claressa versus bloggers. Claressa versus other fighters. It's like every situation becomes a battle instead of just focusing on her career and the success she's worked so hard for. And let's be real, she is talented. She has accomplished things many people only dream of. Nobody can take that away from her. But how you talk to people, how you respond to praise, and how you handle criticism all shape how others see you. That's what this whole story shows. What started as a few comments turned into a long chain of posts, reactions, jokes, and rumors. Instead of settling anything, it just kept growing bigger. If you made it all the way through this, I really appreciate you for sticking with me. If there's anything else you want me to talk about, whether it's this topic or something completely different, let me know. I'll catch you next time. Peace.